What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Turkey Chan. Today I'm doing a long-term review of the Ultraboost right here. Ultraboost, classic Ultraboost. I think this is an Ultraboost version 2 or 3, I forgot. Maybe version 3 or 4. I got this all the way back in 2018. Still wearing it now in 2025. And then we have the Ultra 4D. This I got during the pandemic on sale. $120. This is the Ultra 4D. It has a upper of an Ultraboost, but the sole is a plastic 3D printed springy like material. So I'll go through how these shoes have held up. It's coming up, 2018 to 2025. You're looking at like 6 years of wear. I mean, it's just 2025, so 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. 7 years of wear. That is ridiculous for a pair of shoes, and this shoe has held up pretty well over the 7 years. I got the triple white colorway. The upper has remained intact, and this is a 7-year-old shoe. No holes, no breakage whatsoever, and this, starting off, I would wear this shoe here and there to the gym, going out for a quick errand. Only on sunny days, dry days, days that don't rain. Now this shoe has become my beater shoe. This has been my beater shoe for the past 2 years, and it is still holding up very well. It is a bit dirty, so when it's dirty, I just throw it in the washing machine, give it a good, nice wash with a Tide Pod. Unfortunately, areas like the cage, it's going to yellow. It's going to have dirt stains all over it. One way I got around this was using a white, a paint pen to cover up the spots. I did that one time, and the shoe looked good, but I was afraid if I were to wash it, that paint would go all over my washing machine, so I stopped doing that. Same thing for the sole. You could take a white paint marker and recolor it to make it whiter, but again, this is a beater shoe, so I don't really need to put too much maintenance into it. Just put it on and go. Here's the bottom of the sole. Here's how the tread looks like. Yeah, a lot of breakage of the tread, but again, this tread still hasn't eaten all the way through. It's still there. It's still protecting the boost. And to my surprise, the boost is still intact. I don't see too many holes. I mean, there's a slight crack in there. But other than that, the middle of the shoe still looks pretty pristine. It's just that those high impact areas like the bar of your feet and the heel will take most of the damage. But other than that, I mean, you still see the nubs on here. It still looks pretty good. Now, in terms of overall cushion, this boost is very compressed, very compacted. So it still feels good to wear, but you're just not going to get that soft, squishy bounce that you get fresh out of the box. Here's the other pair. Very similar story. No breakage in the upper, just a lot of dirt stains. It's triple white, so you're going to get it very dirty. Other than that, this shoe has remained intact. Overall profile is still there. The boost has stretched out a bit on top. The Ultra Knit, I think that's what they called it, or the Prime Knit, I don't remember. Now, inside of the shoe is still very pristine. No tears whatsoever in the heel area. Sometimes you get tears right there. But still very pristine. No tears whatsoever. Cage is still good. Only thing that has deteriorated is just the bottom of the shoe, but not by too much. And the overall bounciness and energy return of the boost. Now, moving on to the 4D. Picked this up during COVID, or during the end of COVID, 2020, 2021. Picked this shoe up. It had a purple cage. I painted it all black for a more stealthy look. I primarily wear this shoe when it's raining or snowing, and I need an all-black shoe to go out. This one will handle all those dirty things on the ground and whatnot, and not show too much signs of wear. This one, I think I've only washed it once or twice in the washing machine. Like, it does not get dirty. I mean, The cage is still beautiful and pristine. Sometimes you'll get gunk stuck in these little cutout holes of the Ultra 4D, but nothing like a quick rinse won't fix. Now, for the interior, I just want to go over the interior right quick. There's a small little breakage in my heel area. Some of that interior fabric is slightly ripping. So it's like right here is a little interior rippage here. The light's not picking it up, but it's just a slight rippage. And it's happening on both sides. I mean, if I rub my thumb, I could feel the hole that has formed. Whereas my Ultraboost, I haven't had any issues with the inner sock liner. So with the Ultra 4D, unfortunately, there is some wear and tear. But just on the heel area that I discovered recently. Other than that, everything else still seems pretty intact for the interior. Now for the exterior, same deal. Uses beautiful prime knit, and that is still all intact. No issues there. Oh man, I love the all black colorway, looking like Batman with that Ultra 4D logo. Now in terms of comfort, this one is a bit more stiff than the Ultraboost, but I have found that even though I have worn this shoe for the past 4 years, you still get amazing energy return. It's still bouncy. You still get a nice little pep in your step when you wear these shoes. And I'm guessing this plastic doesn't compress as much as the Boost. You know, it's thicker and it doesn't compress as much. So you get a lot more of that first day comfort in this shoe after years of wear. Now let's take a look at the undercarriage. Similar to the Ultraboost, you're going to get some wear and tear of that tread on those high impact areas. So mainly the heel and the toe box. That is to be expected. But it does look like the Ultraboost has smoothed out a bit more than the Ultra 4D. Yeah, so the Ultra 4D, it's a smaller, smoothed out area, whereas the Ultraboost, it's a larger area. Now, one thing with the Ultra 4D is because it has this semi-hard plastic, every time you walk, you're going to naturally arch the shoe. And what happens over time is you form a very aggressive swoop here. As you can see, it's not perfectly flat. The toe is arched up, and also the heel area is arched up. When you take a look at Ultraboost, it's more flat in the heel area, then it gradually arches in the toe. But my Ultra 4D, it's more arched in the back here, side by side. You know, it's more of an aggressive arch in the back, and then it leads to an arch in the toe. So over time, it does bend up a lot. So what I do to counteract this is just throw in a shoe tree to really push it back down. And the downside of the shoe bending a lot is sometimes you get some stability issues. So sometimes I could be standing still, and if I take a step back, it feels like my shoe drops a lot more. And that's just because of that plastic bending over time. So sometimes I slightly trip a little bit if I'm not careful, if I'm just walking and I take a small step back and I'm not expecting such an aggressive drop. You know, I kind of stumble a bit and catch myself. But I've realized to remedy that, you just use a shoe tree to fix and make it more flat after every wear. So which one is more bang for your buck? Ultimately, it comes down to style. Both of these shoes are very well made. I've been wearing them for 4 years plus, and they are still holding up very well. Ultraboost will be more stylish for people, more easy to wear because it's just a nice white sole and an upper, whereas the Ultra 4D, that aggressive bottom might put some people off. So that might not be great for everyday wear. But price-wise, they're about the same. Ultraboost, you'll get more colorways. So yeah, that's all I have, guys, for your review. These shoes are still holding up. Ciao.